Have you ever acted in a way that surprised even you? Maybe you lashed out in anger even though you promised yourself you wouldn't. Perhaps you felt a pang of envy towards someone you care about. These moments can be unsettling, even shameful. We wonder, where did that come from? These unexpected reactions, these impulses we try to hide, come from a place deep inside us, a place Carl Jung called the shadow self. It's the part of us that holds our fears, insecurities, and repressed desires. We often try to ignore it, pretend it doesn't exist, but it's there, always influencing our thoughts, feelings, and actions. Understanding our shadow is key to understanding ourselves. It's the first step to living a more authentic and fulfilling life. It's the path to unlocking our true potential and discovering our life's purpose. Are you ready to meet your shadow? The journey might be challenging, but the rewards are immeasurable. Carl Jung, a renowned psychiatrist, believed that the human psyche is like an iceberg. The conscious mind, the part we readily recognize, is only the tip. The vast majority lies submerged, the unconscious, and within this hidden depth resides the shadow. The shadow is not inherently bad. It's simply a part of us that holds the aspects we deem unacceptable, undesirable, or even frightening. These can be traits we were taught to suppress as children, societal expectations we struggle to meet, or even parts of ourselves we deny because they scare us. Jung believed that everyone has a shadow. It's a universal part of the human experience. Ignoring it doesn't make it disappear. In fact, it often grows stronger in the darkness. The more we try to repress our shadow, the more likely it is to manifest in unhealthy and destructive ways. Why is understanding our shadow so important? Because it holds the key to wholeness. We cannot be truly whole while denying a part of ourselves. Imagine trying to appreciate a beautiful tapestry while ignoring half of its threads. You can't fully experience its beauty or complexity without acknowledging every part. Our shadow holds valuable lessons and untapped potential. It's in the darkness that we discover our resilience, our creativity, our capacity for empathy and compassion. The shadow challenges us to grow, to evolve, to become more than we ever thought possible. By facing our shadow, we can break free from self-sabotaging behaviors, develop healthier and more fulfilling relationships, make more authentic choices aligned with our true values, tap into our full potential, and live a more meaningful life. Exploring our shadow can feel daunting, but it doesn't have to be. Start small. Approach it with curiosity and compassion. Here are a few practical tools. Journaling. Write down your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Pay attention to recurring patterns or strong emotional reactions. Meditation. Create space for quiet reflection. Observe your thoughts and emotions as they arise. Dream analysis. Dreams often offer symbolic glimpses into our unconscious. Keep a dream journal and explore their meaning. Active imagination. Engage in dialogue with your shadow. Imagine it as a separate entity and ask it questions. Remember, this is a journey, not a race. Be patient with yourself. It takes courage to face our shadow, but the rewards are immeasurable. We often label our shadow traits as bad or negative. But what if we viewed them differently? What if we saw them as strengths waiting to be harnessed? For example, anger, often demonized, can be a powerful motivator for change. Envy can highlight our deepest desires and motivate us to pursue our passions. Even sadness, though painful, can deepen our capacity for empathy and connection. When we judge our shadow, we suppress these valuable parts of ourselves. But when we approach them with curiosity and compassion, we can begin to see their potential. We can transform them from sources of shame into sources of strength, turning darkness into light. Acceptance and transformation for growth. Accepting our shadow doesn't mean condoning negative behaviors. It means acknowledging their existence and understanding their root cause. It means recognizing that we are all a mix of light and shadow. It's in the integration of these seemingly opposite forces that we find true wholeness. Transformation happens when we choose to act from a place of awareness, rather than react from a place of fear or shame. When we understand our triggers, we can make conscious choices about how we respond to them. This is where our power lies. We have the ability to choose how we want to show up in the world. We can choose to let our shadow control us, or we can choose to harness its power for good. From acceptance to action. Purpose comes from living your truth. Understanding our shadow is an important step, but it's not enough. We must take action. We must live our truth even when it's messy and imperfect. What does it mean to live your truth? It means aligning your actions with your values. It means pursuing your passions, even if they scare you. It means speaking your mind, even when your voice shakes. This is how we discover our purpose. It's not something we find outside ourselves. It's something we cultivate from within by living authentically and courageously. Facing your fears. Growth lies beyond the comfort zone. Living authentically often requires us to face our fears. We might be afraid of failure, rejection, or even success. But here's the thing about fear. It often guards our greatest potential. It points us toward the things that matter most to us. When we avoid our fears, we limit our growth. But when we lean into them, when we face them with courage and curiosity, we discover a strength we never knew we had. Remember, you don't have to do this alone. Reach out for support. Talk to a therapist, a trusted friend, or a mentor. Vulnerability is not weakness, it's courage in action. Embracing the fullness of life. Finding purpose in the light and the shadow. Life is a tapestry of light and shadow, joy and sorrow, success and failure. It's in the integration of all these experiences that we find true meaning and purpose. When we embrace our shadow, we embrace the fullness of who we are. We develop compassion for ourselves and others. We learn to navigate life's inevitable challenges with greater resilience and grace. So let us embrace the light and the shadow within us. Let us meet our fears with courage and our imperfections with compassion. Let us live our truths even when our voices shake. For it is in the messy, imperfect journey of self-discovery that we unlock our true potential and discover our life's purpose.